Okay, now let us see variables and data types in Python. These are important basic or fundamental concepts in Python which we are about to study in this video. Subsequently, we will see their use in the following hands-on video right after this one. So let us see them one by one. So basically, what is this variable? So to understand this concept better, let us understand it using a simple analogy. Okay, so let us assume this shelf or cupboard as the memory of the computer that we are using. And we are coding on our computer. Now as a programmer, suppose I have some data that I want to store inside the memory. So suppose I have value 10 that I want to store in the computer and I wish to use that value whenever I want during my whole code. Okay. So in this case, what computer does is, the computer says, okay, I will give you the space to store your data. So if we consider these white partitions as separate memory blocks, it will give you an empty memory block to store your data. So let us say the computer has given us that second memory block and it is allowing us to store our data there. Okay, so actually the technical term for that memory block is called as memory location. Now understand this. In the further programming, I want to use my value 10 only by referring to that particular memory location where it is stored. So how can we do that? So computer says, okay, let us do one thing. Give any name to that memory location, whichever will be easy for you to remember. Give any name that you want, and whenever you will use that name inside your code, I will understand that you want to access that particular memory location and inherently the data inside it. Okay. So just now we have written A there. So A will be representing that memory location, or in simple terms, A will be representing our value 10. This is called as the variable in Python. And to do this in Python, we just have to write this simple one line of code, A is equal to 10. This one simple line will save that 10 value into the memory of computer and give that memory location name as A. And this A is nothing but it is called as the variable in Python. A variable is nothing but a name given to a memory location where we store our data. So right now we have seen how to store a number in the memory. So what are the other types of such data that I can store in the memory? So in the simplest of the terms, the type of data that we store or in general use inside the Python, it's called the data type concept. So likewise, there are different types of data that Python allows the user to use while coding. So here is the list of Python built-in data types that are supported by Python. So first is a numeric data types, second iterator, third sequence, fourth mapping, fifth file, sixth class, and seventh exception. We will see this as we go along with the course. Already we have seen sequence data type, for example string that we had seen earlier, so it comes under sequence data type, and the numbers which come under numeric data types. We will get back to strings again, but right now we are going to focus on first data type, which is, as you can see, the numeric data type. Numeric, as you can guess, numbers. And there are three numeric data types. First int, second float, and third complex, in which real and imaginary parts will come. So right now we are going to focus mainly on the first two numeric data types, which are int data numeric data type and second one is float numeric data type. The complex data type won't be necessary right now. We will see that later on. Now let us look into the first numeric data type, as we have already said, int data type. Okay, it is one of the most important data types among the numeric data types, as you can see. int basically, as you have guessed, it stands for integer data type, and the example of which could be any integer number that you can think of. So 10 or 20 or 30, these are all integer numbers. So these are the examples of our integer data type. The general rule is that there should not be a decimal point. And the biggest feature of Python 3, one of the feature I would say, is that there is no maximum size for integer data type. In simple terms, there is no minimum or maximum value range that is specified for integer. So you can use as large value as you want without really having to worry about the range, and which was not there in the earlier Python 2 version. Okay. Now let's move towards the next or second numeric data type in Python, which is called as float data type. The float, as you guessed, is another name for real numbers. Example for the real number could be 1.2345, any real number, okay, which is having a decimal point. So if you compare it with the integer data type where we did not want a decimal point, the rule with the float data type is that the value must have a decimal point in it. Okay. It gives you a 52-bit of massive precision in the value. And the maximum float value that you can use in Python is for the 64-bit obviously is 1.797693. Likewise, it is e to the power of 308. So 308 values after the decimal point. So you can understand the huge value. And so is the minimum value, which is 2.22. Rest of the part I won't read. E to the power of minus 308. So that is it for data types for now. Now let us go back again to the concept of variables that we had seen earlier. And let us put some rules to the name to be a valid variable name to be used inside our code. So the first rule is the name of the variable must begin with a letter or at the most underscore. Okay. So essentially what we are saying here is the first letter of the variable name must be an alphabet or an underscore at the most. And the alphabet can be in the lowercase or uppercase. It is allowed. But essentially that takes us to the next rule, which is the name cannot begin with a number, as you can see. So in simple words, a variable name can have numbers inside it, but the first letter of the variable name or the starting letter of the variable name cannot be a number. So that is not allowed. The third rule states that variable names are case sensitive. In simple words, it means that uppercase letters and lowercase letters are considered completely different. So for example, one variable name with lowercase n inside it and another variable is there which is name and it is having uppercase n. So these two variables are completely different in terms of Python, even though they seem same in the pronunciation, but they are completely different. And this is the most important part. Variables are created when they are assigned a value. For example, name is equal to 10 or second variable value is equal to hello world. So as I've told earlier, this single line of code is doing everything for you. Let us consider the second example, value is equal to hello world. So what is happening here is that a variable with name value is being created, and in that variable value our data, which is hello world, it is being stored. And as you can observe, as our data is in double quotes, the type of data is string. Now let us just summarize everything that we have seen so far. And I am about to give you some tricks, handy tricks, to remember the type of the data as soon as you look at that particular data. Okay, so let us look into that. So first of all, suppose a data is there which is in single or double quotes, then it will be of type string. So let us say our data is hello words, which we have seen many number of times till now. So because it is in double quotes right now, so anything that is in double quotes or single quotes, we are going to refer it as, or we are going to call it as, it is of type string. Okay, so in single quotes or double quotes, always remember the data is of type string. Now let us identify other type of data. Suppose there is an integer number without quotes. Okay, so basically in the code, if you see any number there and which is not having quotes around it, okay, then that kind of data, it is an integer type of data, or int data type will be there. So for example, if you take any integer number like 3456, 3456, that number will be an integer kind of number, or that number can be represented by data type integer. Okay. Now let us try to identify third type of data. Suppose number is there with a decimal point and there are no quotes around it. So that kind of data, number with a decimal point and no quotes around it, it will be a float data type. It can be represented by a float data type. For example, if you take any float number, 6.1234, okay, so it is a float number because it is having a decimal point in it. Okay, so this can be represented by a float data type. Now let us do one simple exercise. So what we are going to do is, we are going to identify valid and invalid variable names among the list that I am going to show right now. Okay, so get ready and observe the names carefully, and depending on the rules that we had stated earlier, try to understand which ones could be valid. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so the first name is Samir Karadkar. Okay, the second one is 123 ABC. Third is A1_2BC, and last is AB space CD. Okay, so observe those names carefully and try to check or try to understand which could be the valid ones and which could be invalid ones. I'm giving you some time to think. And you are supposed to tell me, out of these four names that I have written in front of you, which are the names that will be allowed in the Python and which won't be allowed. So for that, again, you will have to recall the rules of variable names that we had seen earlier. The ones which will follow the guidelines, they will be allowed. The ones which won't, they will be invalid. Pause the video if you want to have more time, but I think by now you must have been able to understand which are those. So let us just tick over the ones which are valid. So as you guessed, the first one is right, and consequently the third one, right? The reason is quite obvious, right? These two are following all the rules that we had said earlier. Let us look into the other two which didn't. So 123 ABC, why was it not valid? Because it started with a number which is not valid. And last one, which was quite obvious, AB space CD. So in general, we cannot allow a space between the name. Okay, so that is the reason why it was not valid. Okay, so by now I think you have understood the concept of variables and data types. Okay, we are going to see the data types in later part as well, so don't worry if you didn't get those other data types. So let us now just do the hands-on in the IntelliJ IDEA to get to know it more. and I'll see you in the next video.